Hello everybody, welcome to Dakman Productions and welcome to the Greenberg Train Show, March of 2022 on this dreary, rainy day. It's actually raining right now. They were calling for snow, but it's actually raining, so... and the geese are saying hello. So, yes, we are back at the Greenberg Train Show for March of 2022. Pretty excited here in Edison, New Jersey at the New Jersey Expo and Convention Center. Edison, New Jersey. So, waiting to get in once again on this rainy, dreary day, and we'll see what kind of action we can find today, and what kind of trains are for sale, and take a look at some vendors and layouts, and have some fun. Stay tuned. Looks like we got Brady's trains that are here. They were featured on a couple different YouTube videos, so Brady's is here. So I'm standing in line as they take ticket sales there and waiting to get in at the Greenberg Train Show. It's getting close for opening time, so they open up another door so the crowd can rush in. It's finally opening time. Everybody makes a mad dash to find that special train that they've been looking for forever, and so I'm just panning around, taking my time, because I'm just here for the videos, actually, and to interact with everybody. And here you go. I love toy trains. There's a big following. A lot of people follow I Love Toy Trains, and then there's some interesting garden railways. And here we go. We stop off at JLM Trains, full service, reproduction, repairs, restorations. I'm trying to include some older trains in this video, some pre-war, post-war, for those who might be looking for something other than modern. So in case you couldn't get to the Greenberg Train Show, so I'll include a little bit of that as well. This video round. There was definitely a lot of HO scale trains we had at this show. Bowser, Atlas O. So you'll see different brand names for sale during this show. Here's another table of HO products for sale. More Atlas and plenty of HO at this train show for sale. And this is by Steve's Trains. And as promised, I'm showing some more older stuff, some tin plate. Now, I don't know what's post-war, pre-war, because I'm not familiar with that. But I'm sure you guys can look at this video, and you're probably a better expert at this than I am, for sure. But all I can say is there's some cool older trains here for sale. And then we just keep walking down the same table. This is all from the same vendor, I'm assuming. But there's plenty of neat, different old trains, if that's what you're looking for, pre-war, post-war here. At the Greenberg, you never know what you might find, so you might want to stop out and check out the show. That's for sure. Now we're looking at some Walther's Scene Master custom emergency vehicles, and these things are really neat. I'm probably going to do something like this on my own O-gauge layout, on my own, using lights from Evans Designs, but these are already done. Just put them on your layout and wire them up, and they're just really cool looking. But that's something I want to do on my own layout. And next up, we have Ike's Train Shop here. So here's a vendor that normally shows up to the Greenberg Train Show. And then you can see the different things that he's got up on offering for sale. And he has some unique trains for sale. So I wanted to make sure that I captured them, because a couple of these I've never even seen or even knew that they made. So that's unique. Now this vendor here had some good prices, at least I thought. I mean, $15 cars, $25 buildings, $20 buildings. You can't beat them prices, and that's why these Greenberg shows are so cool, because sometimes you can get deals like these. I mean, look at the prices. $20 or $30 for TTUX set there. Neat stuff. Now, I noticed there was Williams fans out there, so there is a vendor who sells Williams at the show, and Williams makes some good stuff. I like it, and so here you go. Here's some Williams trains for sale. Seems like the Trainworks gets around too. So this is like the third or fourth show that I've seen the Trainworks attending, and they sell quite a bit of HO as well. My nephew attended this show, and he actually bought a locomotive and a couple of boxcars from him. He bought the Penn Central GP9 uh, with DCC and sounds for 229. I don't think that was a bad price for a GP9. But at any rate, so yeah, there's something for everybody here. That's for sure. Um, I would love to have a GP9 Penn Central and Lionel, actually. But at any rate, here you go. So we stop off at Star Hobby. Their main store is located in Annapolis, Maryland, and they will be having a large scale only train show here in the next couple weeks, April 1st and 2nd of 2022, which would be a Friday and a Saturday. So if you're in the Annapolis, Maryland area and you enjoy large scale or G scale trains or garden trains, check out the show. It'll be held in that complex there, right down from the Star Hobby store. And so, yeah, Dakman Productions will be attending this show and also doing another Star Hobby store tour because so many people liked it from last year, as well as covering the East Coast Large Scale Train Show in Annapolis, Maryland. So that's my next plans. I figured I'd let everybody know now. So yeah, I have a relationship built up with Star Hobby, and they sponsor that show. So as you see, I tried to include the vendors' names just in case you're interested in anything that you see on these tables. Unfortunately, not everybody has their name displayed, so I know people's asked me in the past, hey, who had this, who had that. Sorry, I can't always help you, but here we have Burger's Boxcar, another HO vendor. Then we have National Capital Trains. They were selling some stuff, and we're going to check out their layout here at their offering. Now, I'm going to stop by the Menards vendor again. And, I mentioned in the last video that I liked the dealership, but I wasn't a Ford fan. Somebody got upset that I said that, but I'm going to say it again. I'm not really a Ford fan, but I did notice you could change the name and swap out the cars. So we're going to go ahead and look at some other Menards stuff. You got the dollar store, and of course, a nice, wonderful choice of Menards type of rolling stock here at the train show for sale. Something you seldom see at the Greenberg Train Shows are G-scale trains that are for sale. Well, if you like orange box O gauge, they have plenty of that there at the Greenberg Train Show. Check out all this Lionel, and I know there's huge Lionel fans out there. I would have to say there was a lot more Lionel than there was MTH Premier this time around at the train show. Very little MTH Premier. But we'll visit Just Trains here shortly. Next up, we have Rdg Creations. And what's different about him is he'll take a picture of your house, your building, or your business, or whatever, and he'll build it in a scale model for you. Looking and judging by what he's done here, they look to be HO scale, but I'm not 100% sure. But it is a neat concept that to have somebody build something based upon a picture that you're giving them. Here we have Pete Costa's Town and Country Trains. He's a Lionel dealer, and here's some stuff that he was offering for the show. I believe this was part of Pete Costa's table as well. Now you can see some older Lionel train sets, some new Lionel train sets. So just a wide variety of new old stock and stuff that was made a couple years ago, still sealed. Check out these National Toy Train Museum cars. That was pretty neat to see those. And you're getting some new stuff in already. So, and now we're at WMH Becker, Old Toy Trains. You see him at quite a bit of shows as well, selling stuff and selling older trains. So if you're a person who likes to build your own accessories or structures and stuff like that, you're going to need some tools. So Micromark sells a lot of unique tools to do certain jobs with, and that's their biggest mainstay is selling different things to make your life easier, building that structure, building that scene for your train layout. So we're going to pan across the table and you'll see some different tools, and they have a nice huge online catalog of many different things that you can buy. Now we are going down what I would call the Walthers aisle, because the whole entire aisleway is all Walthers products. So if you're a big, huge Walthers fan for buildings, I'm sure you're going to find it at this show, because I think they have just about everything that Walthers offers at this show for sale. It's really cool. Okay, the next stop is Grabowski's, and I'm hoping I'm saying that right because they were at the Allentown show, so here they are at the Edison show, and they bring a lot of stuff too. And sometimes they get a good deal from Lionel on a warehouse deal, and they pass that savings on to people like you and me. So it's really nice that they bring all these trains out, a lot of trains. So we are at the Mecca booth here at the Greenberg Train Show in Edison, New Jersey. Catching up with them again. And Stu wants to give everybody a quick hello. Hello, Stu.
Hey, Dakman production fans. Love all you people out there. Sean does a great job with his videos. From TCA and from Mecca, we just want to give a big thumbs up to Dakman Productions. Sean, thanks for stopping by today.
Yes, and one quick question. You guys will be having a show in East Rutherford, New Jersey soon, right?
We will. Our show in East Rutherford, New Jersey is April 9th. So just probably about, 2-3 weeks away. And it's not that far from Meadowlands Stadium, MetLife Stadium. So easy access from all the major highways. So New York, New Jersey, people from Connecticut, come on down. It's a great little local show. Look forward to seeing everybody.
All right, and Dakman Productions will be there.
Thanks, Sean.
We'll see you. So as I mentioned, or as was mentioned in the video, Mecca will be having a train show in East Rutherford, New Jersey, and Dakman Productions will be there. And Dakman Productions has teamed up with Mecca to video that show and bring that video to people who couldn't normally attend. So they do allow me to come in there, and I do have their permission to shoot video footage of trains there for sale. And there you can see some brochures of other train shows that they'll be hosting. Just a reminder, Mecca does offer special custom runs that are not available anywhere else except at Mecca. A lot of these are in very limited numbers, such as 20, 25, and they're available at the Mecca website store at www.mecca.org. So check out their store if you're seeing anything you like. Once again, custom runs only available by Mecca. Next, we're going to check out a mix of different types of trains from an unknown vendor. So, unfortunately, this vendor here, I don't know who it is or who's selling these, but they're pretty unique things, or pretty unique trains in here for sale for sure. And so I'll just walk down and show everybody the O-gauge trains that are here for sale. And again, if you see anything, sorry, I don't know who this is. So Tony from Trains and Things in Ewing, New Jersey, was also in attendance selling trains. For those that don't know, Tony buys a lot of collections, so you never know what he's going to have. So here Tony has some nice, clean looking used locomotives here for sale. And I gotta tell you, the people really took care of it. And some new ones are mixed in here as well. So you got a mix of new and used. So once again, you never know what Tony's going to have, because he's always buying collections. So maybe there's that one piece you're looking for, and he might end up buying it out of a collection, and he would have it, but you wouldn't know unless you came to the train show, right? You got to get out there to the Greenberg once in a while. You never know what you might find, and it's just a day out too. If you don't find anything, and saying hello to friends and meeting people and just interacting, getting out of the house. Next up, we have the train doctor, and the train doctor was in the house, and he was selling some O-gauge trains pretty cheap, which we'll get to here in a little bit. But we'll just pan around and see the stuff on the front of his table. I can say I do recognize this stuff. Those are MTH Premier auto racks for $35 each. Okay, they don't have the box, but so what? For $35 a piece, I'm not going to cry over not having a box. And then I'm assuming a lot of this is MTH, but there's some good cheap prices here. None of it was in a box, but some people need the box. But for that price, $25, I don't think anybody's going to complain. Thought that gold-plated PRR boxcar was really cool. So we have a couple other what seems to be HO layouts for sale. You got one right there, and then you have another one over here. It looks to be HO. I'm sure you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but that looks HO to me. And you can see the prices that they were asking. So, of course, being an O-gauge person, I have to stop off at Just Trains. And they always have a lot of neat stuff up for sale. They sell a lot of MTH, but he also buys collections. So, once again, you never know what he's going to have. So, I make sure to always stop by. Although I do like the MTH rolling stock. But I make sure to capture the MTH locomotives for those who love the DCS locomotives in case they see something they want. So as I mentioned, he does buy collections. These Atlas O cars are fresh out of a collection he bought. Very cool stuff. Next up, we have some Lionel. Some of the Lionel's new, some of it's out of collections. But he sells some really nice stuff. He doesn't sell. He makes sure he inspects everything. So I'm going to pan close to the labels of these boxes because maybe you're looking for a set and he has it. So you could call up Just Trains if you see something that you like. You can go back to my video and catch that phone number that was on their banner there, but they got MTH Rail King, got MTH Premier, so they have quite a bit of different things at the show, and I see different trains showing up all the time, so I make sure I look through everything. And we're still panning through the Just Trains booth. They bring a lot of stuff too. They got a huge selection of Premier, Rail King, whether you like semi-scale or the full-scale stuff. They got a lot they bring to the show. I know some people ask for the bargain box stuff, so here you go. Here's your bargain box stuff. You got the $8 box, the $5 box, the $10 box, $15 box, because I know certain YouTube channels like to go on a budget and only spend a certain amount. So we're going to go ahead and look around at some other stuff while we're here at some O-gauge stuff. So here's some O-gauge for sale by the name of a vendor called the O-gauge Engine Man. And there you go. Now we're looking at some just some random trains from a seller. I'm not sure who this is because they don't have a banner or a sign out. So the last time there was a train show in Greenberg, Edison, there seemed to be some kind of Thomas meet with Thomas fans of who have YouTube channels, and but anyway, I never got that on video, and a viewer called me out on it. Said, "Hey, Sean, why didn't you get any of the Thomas stuff? They had at the show." And so I decided, okay, I better include it this time around. But I guess there's certain YouTube channels that are Thomas fans, and they create and have certain Thomas things, and so they get together and they put their names, their YouTube channel names on paper and so forth and so on, so everybody knows who they are. So I figured I'd better include this Thomas meet, or else I would probably never hear the end of it. So let's check out this layout.
Start with a classic little thread. I want one of these so badly. I'll start with a good thread. I see. Yeah, I heard a lot of the signs. I just thought over the other one. Tank Engine Society.
So I'm not an expert on any of this stuff. I do know who Thomas is, of course, but you know whether this stuff is from the show or if it's replica. But at any rate, they did a nice showing. So we have here railroad in a box. So basically, this is what you get. You get just the platform, what you see here to start off with, and then you take that and you turn it into this by adding your own scenery, your own track, your own ballast, your own trains, your own buildings. You get the gist of what I'm saying. And you basically turn it, and they just starting you off with the platform. Next up, we have the Garden Slug, New Jersey's Lego Users Group. So I found that Lego trains are very highly collectible, even by adults, and even the TCA Museum last year, I believe, put out a Lego train layout. And a lot of these Lego train sets are very expensive to buy because they are sought after and very highly collectible. So we'll take a look at them. So now we are at the Raritan Valley High Railers O-Gauge layout, and this is a fan favorite, especially for those who like O-Gauge at the Greenberg Train Show. That's the layout that has all the cool structures with tons of detail, tons of lighting. I've done multiple videos and video tours on this layout. Matt is the guy who does a lot of the building structures on this layout. And I actually done a video at his workshop, and he discussed how he builds his module layouts and what brands of materials he buys and where he gets everything from to build what you see here. The guy is a great artist, and it really does show. The Raritan Valley High Railers put on a good show. And so I don't want to spoil it, but you might want to stick around because I got a little surprise for everybody a little bit later during this video. So please hang around because there will be a surprise coming. But at any rate, there is just a ton of detail. There's actually running water on an O-Gauge layout. That water is actually, there's running water on this layout. It's just amazing what they were able to incorporate into this layout. And anybody, this is a layout you gotta visit in person. Yeah, you can see it on my video, but this is something that if you're in an area or if you have a chance, you're gonna want to stop by and see this layout in person. Matt's talking to me now about doing another video at his workshop because he's got 2 or 3 modules that they're going to install a rotary cold dumper on. So he's going to bring me down into his shop once that's just about complete, and we'll do another video shoot from his workshop. So he's like the mastermind behind a lot of these ideas. And these scenes and the lights and the details that you're seeing, it just I think it just makes the layout pop and come alive with all these lights and people. And he does a lot of this stuff, and I think in a short amount of time. It would take me forever, but I'm no artist by any means anyway. But they really put a lot of work into this layout, that's for sure. And then we just keep walking around, taking a short tour this time around of the Raritan Valley High Railers. Like I said, I've done several video tours, in-depth video tours. This layout has changed a lot since I started filming it back in 2015. This layout has changed multiple times over the time period. And it's just amazing the amount of detail that this guy has poured into this. And he's got a lot of cool techniques. So you may want to take a look at my video that I did from his workshop last year. I'm actually looking forward to going back to his workshop and shooting video of the 3 modules that he's going to update. And this train is all homemade by Matt. Matt made this whole thing up. That was a Lionel Lion Chief locomotive. He gutted out. He likes to run battery power on 3-rail track. I mean, he does some very inventive things that are outside the box. And this is one of Matt's favorite areas right here, especially to shoot photos and videos for Instagram. He is on Instagram under the Raritan Valley High Railers, and Matt is pretty active with posting videos and photos there. So check out the Raritan Valley High Railers on Instagram. He shows some great stuff you don't want to really miss. One of the things that Matt has covered in his workshop is the buildings that you're seeing here cost a lot less to build than if you were to buy such as a Woodland Scenics or a Menards building. He builds these for a lot less than what you would pay for something that's already made. And he does talk about that in the last video that I did at his workshop. So we continue the video tour, or a very short video tour of the Raritan Valley High Railers, and I just love this oil refinery scene here. That's really nicely and well done with all the different colors and tanks. And if you go to a refinery, you'll see that there are pipes that are actually painted different colors, which means different things. So it's, once again, you get all the details and the lights, and it's just a great layout to see. And as you're noticing, it's all high rail. It's Gargraves track. They're using Gargraves track with Ross custom switches. So it's really well done. There's a Ross crossover right there, and I'm going around this person here. And then just grabbing a different view. I'm trying to catch everything that I can, but pretty much very quickly. Because like I said, I've done a slow, in-depth tour before. But as we move on, it's just, you get the... just a lot of details to take in, that's for sure. Come and visit. Just come and visit. If you're O-Gauge, the Raritan Valley High Railers is definitely a stop worth visiting. The Model Railroad Club, Inc., Union, New Jersey, was in attendance as well. So if you're in New Jersey and Union County looking for a model railroad club to join, here you go. Now for the surprise. Hello everybody, we're here at the Greenberg Train Show, right in front of the Raritan Valley High Railers. And so Dakman Productions got an invite to actually run Conahey Rail on their layout. So we'll get that going here. And I'm scheduled to be on around 2:30 to 3:30. I've never been on display at any club, so I'll get to see what it's like to be on the other side of the club to display for the public. And I thank the Raritan Valley High Railers for their invitation. So I left that as a surprise, everybody. So yes, you heard me right. I was invited by the Raritan Valley High Railers to run Conahey Rail on their layout, and so I get to see exactly what it's like to be a part of the club and to run for the public. So I'm looking forward to this, and I'm pretty excited about it, actually. So as you can see, the rain has turned to snow at the show. On my way to my car right now to grab a couple locomotives that I brought with me, and we'll go from there. I wanted to leave it as a surprise. There we go. I wanted to leave it as a surprise that I was invited by the Raritan Valley High Railers to run on their layout, and so yeah, so that's your surprise for this video. Conahey Rail gets to run on the Raritan Valley High Railers. One of the members says that he would like Conahey Rail to pull the Raritan Valley High Railers club cars. So that's what I'll be doing. And we'll see you back inside. As you can see, all the snow just blown away. But see you back inside, and I'll grab some footage of my first time being on the other side of the layout, so as a public, displaying to the public, and we'll see how that goes. So now, as you see, I'm on the other side of the layout. I'm actually into the member area. So as I mentioned, I was invited. I'm getting ready to run, so I'm panning around, showing everybody what it's like to be on the other side to display to the public. Okay, so now we're currently staging everything. Those are the Conahey Rail, Conrail engines, and already, as soon as I pull them out of the box, there's people eyeing them up, kids waiting to see them run. Those are the Raritan Valley High Railers club cars, all weathered by Matt, the mastermind behind the structures that you see. And here's Matt staging the cars for me, getting ready for me to run, to put my locomotives on, and Conahey Rail will run on the Raritan Valley High Railers. So we're here at the Raritan Valley High Railers. As you can hear in the background, trains are going during the Greenberg Train Show. So for the next hour, I get to be on the other side of the layout, displaying to the public. And you can Conrail SD40 and SD40-2 being staged, ready to roll. Conahey Rail, and over here they are loading up the Raritan Valley coal hopper cars here, club cars for me, and we'll get rolling here. Pretty excited about this opportunity. I thank the Raritan Valley High Railers for invited me on this side of the layout to run Conahey Rail. As you can hear, I'm pretty excited. So actually inside of the club area, getting ready to run some trains for the public. So here is Conahey Rail running on the Raritan Valley High Railers layout with Conrail locomotives. And so we're going to go ahead and watch them run on the layout. Conahey Rail on the Raritan Valley High Railers here at the Greenberg Train Show in Edison, New Jersey. Displaying to the public, running some trains so far. The Conrail's a big fan hit. Conrail takes over the Raritan Valley High Railers. How about that? That's the first time Conrail took something over, huh? Hey, how's it going? Oh man, this is amazing. This is so much fun. So we have Conahey Rail running on the Raritan Valley High Railers here at the Greenberg Train Show, Edison. How cool is that? Conahey Rail running at a train show. Oh, this is so great. As you can see, it dies behind some buildings there. It'll come back out. Walk along there. There it goes. You can see it sneaking out there. Come around the corner. There she is, Conahey Rail. On the Raritan Valley High Railers pulling their club cars. Gotta love the big blue. Got to deliver the coal. And there she goes. Conahey Rail running on the Raritan Valley High Railers. during the Greenberg Train Show, Edison, New Jersey. Behind the scenes, showing to the public. So cool. So we're getting towards the end of the day. Plus you get the behind the scenes here, which I never usually get to catch. So catch this while I'm right here. Oh. 500. So on my way back to my car, I'd like to give special thanks to the Raritan Valley High Railers for the special invitation to run on their club layout. And as you can see, it's snowing. I stayed until the train closing, running Conahey Rail, Conrail locomotives on the Raritan Valley High Railers layout. And you know, I'm amazed at how smart the kids are today about trains, because as soon as I pulled my locomotives out of my box, they all lined up to see them and said, "Oh, Conrail SD40-2. I'm like, oh my God, they're right. When I was their age, 10, I would have just said, hey, look, a blue locomotive. I would have never known. I would have never known it was a SD40-2 at their age, so they're pretty smart. Anyway, gotta get home. It's 4 o'clock now, and as you can see, thankfully I have 4-wheel drive in my SUV, and and I did have fun, even though I'm driving home in this mess. Well, catch you guys trackside. Bye.